As part of our continued Element 14 innovation series, I am delighted to have the chance today to speak to John Cornish, ARM's Executive Vice President of their Systems Design Division. This vital division of ARM's is focused on software tools such as compilers, debuggers, and hardware models, as well as the development boards that enable the evaluation and optimization of software for devices using ARM-based processors. ARM technology is at the heart of advanced digital products, from wireless, networking and consumer entertainment solutions to imaging, automotive, security and storage devices. And engineers use the tools provided by ARM's System Design Division in the design and deployment of code. John, thank you for joining us today and giving our community members your perspective on the future of technology and how ARM and Element 14 are at the forefront of some of these very exciting initiatives.
Thank you very much, Harriet.
I'm going to start by asking you to tell us something about the products and services that ARM's System Design Division provides and why they're such a critical part of the design process for engineers.
So, Harriet, the System Design Division at ARM is responsible for building the development tools that support the ARM architecture and enable our customers to quickly develop the end products that, of course, are now flooding into the market. Just last year, our licensees, the ARM Silicon Partners, shipped 8 billion units containing ARM CPUs. And you can imagine there are tens of thousands of developers out there starting new projects, developing new designs based on ARM technology. And our job is to provide the tools that they need to do that job.
That's amazing. So what sort of technologies beyond the mobile device market do you see ARM's development tools being used in as engineers design the products of tomorrow?
Well, of course, mobile remains very important to us, but in fact, if you look at where many billions of these units are going now, they're going into embedded. That's the fastest growing segment of our market. They're going into digital home, they're going into enterprise. And as we look at the embedded market, it's a very exciting time, I think, for the market, because you have a wide range of new, very low-cost devices coming to market. Just a week ago, we announced our Cortex-M Plus, which is the lowest power 32-bit microprocessor ever. And that's going to revolutionize the low-end market, and it's going to displace many of the older legacy 8 and 16-bit architectures over time. So we're very excited about the M Plus. And I think you're going to see it show up in a very wide range of exciting applications.
That's fantastic. The recent launch of Raspberry Pi really captured global interest, not just from design engineers, but from the education market. And many hobbyists and ARM technology have an important part to play. So what do you think of this way of introducing programming to a much wider audience? Is it a passing fad, or could this be a catalyst for a quantum leap in innovation?
I think the educational and hobby market is absolutely essential. It's an area where many engineers start out and develop their own interest in the technology. I know personally, when I was a teenager, it was programming the first microcomputers that sparked my interest. Education is an area where ARM has invested quite significantly. And I think the hobbyist market, where you have developers, often professional engineers during the day, who in fact at home in the evening also experiment, like to program the latest designs. And Raspberry Pi is exciting because it's based on ARM technology, and it's going to enable people to do ARM-based programming at very low cost, and I think open up access to development in a new way. So we're excited about Raspberry Pi.
That's great. And I mentioned to you earlier about a recent management meeting. We've all heard so much about the Internet of Things concept. And ARM's latest version of Flycatcher technology is enabling all these endless possibilities. Is it exciting being around this kind of leading edge activity every day, or do you just get used to it?
I think it's very exciting. The range of potential applications is huge. Flycatcher was the code name that we used internally for the Cortex-M 0 Plus, and because of its incredibly low power footprint, you're going to see it in a huge range of devices, things sprinkled around the environment, so perhaps for building control, monitoring the environment. You may see them in street lighting, in smart metering, and also in devices that we wear around our person, because now that we're all carrying smartphones, it means you can have other devices like running shoes, for example, that can communicate with that smartphone. The smartphone becomes your personal user interface, if you like, but then you have this mesh of Internet of Things devices, all very low power, connected wirelessly in many cases in your locale, and you're going to have this network, this cloud around you. So I think the potential is enormous, and with what we've achieved on the Flycatcher design, that's going to unlock a lot of possibilities. So Harriet, one of the reasons we chose to partner with you in the US is because of your innovative approach. Can you tell us how you've succeeded in fostering that culture when, in fact, of course, you don't design yourselves many of the components that you supply?
Yeah, well, innovation is one of our core values, and we really try and embody it in everything that we do. We have a very active innovation culture, and people are encouraged to share and build ideas in all parts of our business to make their lives, the lives of our customers and suppliers better. Very clever, unique packaging designs like our biodegradable peel pack or customized anti-static packaging to protect the legs on very sensitive devices, to very simple system improvement capabilities. And perhaps, you know, our most fun innovation to date has been Element 14, the community, now firmly established as the de facto community for design engineers globally who visit to seek solutions, to access information, to discuss and share and collaborate together. And it was founded right in the middle of that pretty tough time, 2009. And this last year for us, 4 million visitors and approaching 100,000 registered community members are communing and using it actively. And then just last year, as we talked about earlier, we launched the Node, a unique online search and knowledge tool to really help engineers do their work and move between the different phases of their design. Initial research, through to design, and ultimately developing their product. So the service solutions range from the development platforms and kits to CAD software and PCB services, pretty much everything an engineer needs. And as we develop our online communities, this is such a key focus. We actually developed a web advisory board of experts from around the globe, North America and Europe, to help us keep pace with the very latest changes and ideas in the web and technology space, so we can stay at the forefront of these. So it's an exciting time. I think innovation at all levels excites people.
Absolutely.
So back to you now. We know you're an engineer by background, and this was a note to me earlier that you actually hold 5 US patents for inventing PCB chipsets. I don't know if that's you personally or the company generally, but is it you personally?
Well, it's me personally. I was working for Texas Instruments at the time, and of course back in the early 90s, we were focused on development of PCs. Things have moved on, and so now, of course, it's all about wireless, it's about mobile, it's about Internet of Things. So a great deal has changed over that period. But I enjoyed the time I spent working as an engineer, and I think we work in a great industry. If you look at semiconductor, the history of development, we now have designs going on at 22 nanometers. So this is extraordinary over a really short period of time, and that's what's unlocking all of these capabilities.
Well, 5 patents. I hope they're on your study wall. I want to ask you one final thing, not as an engineer, but as a businessman in one of the world's most successful technology companies. What sort of keeps you awake at night as you think about the pace of change in the world around us?
I think the challenge is to keep up with the rate of growth of this marketplace. And so in terms of what we're doing with our development tools, we're really focusing in now on the added value, things like middleware, things like performance analysis, things like power optimization, because we know that engineers out there have to meet and address those challenges, and they look to us for the solutions, and of course to you as well in terms of the environment you offer around solutions. So this is incredibly important, and I think that's the main thing that keeps me awake at night.
That's great. Well, thanks, John, for joining me today and for giving us an insight into ARM and the spirit of innovation that pervades your organization. These are indeed very exciting times, and we look forward to the next new developments from ARM as we continue to strengthen our partnership with you as part of our engineering solutions focus. We'll be back again next month with a further celebration of global innovation from within our industry. If you'd like the chance to be featured talking about your designs and solutions, please get in touch or post a comment on the community, and who knows, you might be next. Thank you very much indeed.